our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our Ninja Academy. We know that Hashirama's DNA is until today very important within the Boruto universe. His DNA and his cells are able to create several things, besides having a great secret in it, that is able to create several techniques or even artificial human beings. But the most important of this DNA is that it is able to restore or create body parts artificially because of its very high regenerative factor. Thanks to it, Tsunade was able to create an artificial arm for Naruto. In his artificial arm, what might be hidden in this special artificial arm, and the possibility that Naruto might be hiding something in this arm to have kept it bandaged for so long, let's talk about it in this video. Guys, during the end of the fourth great ninja battle, Naruto and Sasuke had their last duel, where both lost their arms during the collision of Chidori and Rasengan. Some time after this event occurred, Naruto asked Tsunade to build an arm for him from Hashirama's DNA, something he knew was possible. This is because Orochimaru has Hashirama's DNA because he was able to revive it during the battle. Besides this, there were also the Zetsus that also possessed Hashirama's DNA, and somehow Konoha or even Orochimaru may have captured some Zetsu to perform studies and experiments during the great battles of the ninja, since he is a character obsessed with knowing all the jutsus in the world. Through Zetsu's body he could have found the knowledge to create artificial humans. Orochimaru could have even created Mitsuki based on the structure of a Zetsu's body. But going back to the main subject, they managed to create a new arm for Naruto. Naruto also wanted one to be created for Sasuke, but Sasuke rejected the offer, since he wanted to be without the arm to remind him of the choices he made during his life. So Naruto accepted his decision, which resulted in only him getting a new arm. With this arm Naruto is able to do everything he did with his old arm, but years have passed and he still remains with the bands covering his arm, something that is strange since the artificial arm has completely adapted to his body. It would be something similar to what we saw with Madara during the ninja battle, where we saw him rip off a Zetsu's arm to implant it in him. So this arm from Naruto would be even more advanced, because it had modifications to adapt to Naruto. However, the Hokage insists on keeping the band. There may be another reason why he is hiding his hand. Many people create possibilities of why he still keeps his hand bandaged. The first possibility would be that Naruto is keeping a large amount of chakra in this arm, a chakra that he kept for a long time in case he needed it and could use it, but not a simple chakra and from Kurama itself. As we know, Hashirama's cells have unique characteristics, containing a great regenerative capacity besides many other attributes that he provides to those who have them. This way, Naruto could have used his arm to store a large amount of Kurama's chakra little by little, so that in the future he could use it if some powerful enemy appeared. Now that Kurama lost his life, Naruto still remains with a large amount of his chakra stored, giving him several possibilities to use this chakra. Because this chakra is limited, Naruto should probably be waiting to use it at a time when he really needs it, because this chakra could allow him to be able to use the Kurama cloak again for a short period of time, which would allow him an increase in his strength, speed and even an increase in the power of his jutsus. Naruto could even use this chakra to try one day to bring Kurama back to life, since baijus are actually a large amount of chakra accumulated in a conscious being. So if Naruto could again get a large amount of chakra to unite with this chakra that is stored in his arm, he might be able to revive Kurama. And one of those ways would be through the Jubi that appeared during the Kara arc. Even though this Jubi doesn't possess the great power that the first Jubi possessed, this being still possesses great amounts of chakra, being able to match up to even 5 or more baijus. So its chakra could be enough to create a great chakra beast, along with the chakra that would be stored in Naruto's arm. Then he could restore Kurama, causing his past memories and experiences to be brought back through this new body. This could also be one of the reasons why Naruto didn't use this arm to increase his power during the fight against Hisaki, because when he knew from Sasuke that there was another Jubi, he kept this chakra stored. Naruto did all this because he might have to use it against that Jubi in the future. But after Kurama lost his life, the possibility of using Jubi to bring Kurama back to life might have arisen in Naruto's mind, causing him to keep that arm hidden until he could transfer the chakra to Jubi in an attempt to transform it into Kurama. Another possibility could be that Naruto is hiding the wood element because since the cells belong to Hashirama, this arm would grant him the power to also possess wood manipulation. During his last confrontation with Hashirama, Madara managed to get a piece of his skin with his teeth, and after that, he pretended to have asked for life. Then Madara implanted Hashirama's cells in his own body so that the Senju and Uchiha DNA would fuse, allowing him to awaken the Rinnegan. After fusing the cells, Madara was able to acquire Hashirama's wood style, just as Obito was able to after half of his body was replaced by Zetsu who also possesses Hashirama's DNA. This proves that those who have Hashirama's DNA in their body gain the ability to also use the wood style, but so far Naruto is the only one who hasn't used it, and it may even be his main power in the future. Because as we know, Hashirama became very well known because of his incredible wood style, in which he united the earth style and water style to form wood, Through this incredible union of powers, Hashirama was recognized as the most powerful ninja. It's visible that at his peak Hashirama was potentially stronger than Madara Uchiha, because his wood style united with his wisdom jutsu was able to easily destroy Madara's Susanoo, besides also taking away Madara's control over Kurama. Even if Naruto doesn't have the Sennin mode similar to Hashirama's, he could use the wood style, becoming as strong as Hashirama, because his wood style would be naturally very powerful. A proof of this is the ninja named Yamato. During his childhood he was one of Orochimaru's scientific experiments. Hashirama's cells were implanted in him, which allowed him to achieve the wood style, but he doesn't have the same power level of Hashirama, but he proves to be very powerful. Yamato was able to imprison his opponents using a very resistant wood, and also had the ability to seal the Baijus by using the same wood techniques that Hashirama used to imprison and seal Kurama, but with less power. Since Naruto and Hashirama both have Ashura descent, it is very likely that Naruto will be able to use the wood style at the same level as Hashirama, which will allow him to make large wooden creatures similar to Hashirama's. And who knows, he might even be able to learn Hashirama's wisdom jutsu, because so far it's not known how he learned it, but being a descendant of Ashura, he might have inherited this technique from him, or it might even be derived from his wood style. So Naruto might be waiting for a good time to use this arm, since it can consume a lot of his chakra, since now he doesn't have Kurama to help him by lending his chakra. And even if he is an Uzumaki, his amount of chakra is not enough to be able to use the wood style for a long time, because it requires the use of two elements which can make his chakra amount be depleted easily. Hashirama was able to use this style freely because he had his sage jutsu, which somehow he was able to store large amounts of chakra to use during his fights. But the frog sage mode that Naruto has doesn't seem to be able to store large amounts of chakra, because Naruto always had to leave a clone storing energy from nature so that he could reactivate his sage mode again. So during a fight it could end up bringing some disadvantage, since if his enemy destroyed the clone, Naruto wouldn't receive the amount of nature energy, causing his sage mode to end quickly. So with the wooden style Naruto could use only a few techniques before his chakra runs out, which would leave him extremely weak during the fight and unable to do anything at all. Well guys, those were the two possibilities about the secret that Naruto might be hiding. Naruto's arm. It will probably take a long time for Naruto to reveal what he is hiding behind the stripes, because this might not be the ideal moment. For now Boruto and Kawaki are getting their big break. With the evolution of their karma they are reaching incredible levels of power, reaching little by little the level of an Otsutsuki and maybe even more powerful than one. So the old generation must have a minor highlight during this arc, being this one of the arcs where very powerful opponents are emerging. Now that Naruto and Sasuke lost their main source of power, it's only Kawaki and Boruto left to fight against their enemies. So in a future arc where Boruto and Kawaki are not strong enough to be able to defeat the enemies that emerge, like the Otsutsuki leaders or some villain even more powerful than them, this power may emerge. Naruto will have to demonstrate the secret that he has hidden in his arm for so long, a power that will make him incredibly strong enough to be able to help during combat. Well guys, this is where the video ends. Let us know in the comments what you think. What incredible power can Naruto's arm have? Will Naruto be able to use the wood style just like Hashirama? Leave your opinion in the comments. That's it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for videos, don't forget to comment here below, because I'll be reading all of them as I always do. Also don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your favorite Ninja Academy.